7-time Grammy-nominated R&B superstar, Giveon. We know you like to take your time, so it's cool. It's good to see you, man.
What's up? I seen you yesterday. Stop.
Oh, come on.
How you guys feeling?
Do you see how good your audience look?
No, it's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people here. They all here. We've been waiting, too. Man. We've been waiting.
What's up, Sky?
What's up, man? How you been?
It's so funny. We gotta be like. So I met this guy when I was like 16, 17.
Something like that. Somewhere in your teens, yeah.
And he took me under his wing and like helped develop me. And I used to come here, like, so the age, the cutoff is, I don't know if it was like 19 or 20, but I would just keep sneaking in and coming back again. And I was just at the door. I actually tried to get a job at the ticket booth. Does she still work here? I got some words for her.
I'm going to say no then, because I'm going to say I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I tried to work in a ticket booth, and they didn't hire me. I'm about to leave.
We kind of, I think we did you a favor.
I know, yeah.
You know, we kind of, speaking of that, I remember I think this is our third conversation here. The first time I showed you your application that you lost.
No, I found it.
You found it?
Yeah.
Okay. I actually brought a digital copy of it. Can we bring that up real quick? This is when Giveon.
Is something on the screen?
Yeah, you already have it. You already have it. They see it.
Okay.
Giveon came to our summer session program.
He said, what do you do? What instruments do you play? I said, music or sing or something.
He was like, what do you play? I think he said sing. And then you also put violin on there as well, too, right?
I played a little violin before.
Okay.
But also, I could lie. Like, no one was, they weren't like, if you put what you play, come play it. I literally could have also just lied about what I played.
Okay, don't act like we don't have our stuff together here.
Oh, yeah, true.
No, but it's so cool, such a full circle moment having you back up here. Something great just happened right before we got on stage, too. You was presented with some plaques. And we
yes.
Yeah, we just found out that 20s, your first single off of Beloved, just went gold officially right now, too.
Which is like, I'm like, wow, this went gold that fast. This is crazy. This must mean, you know, good music is alive and well. And then I was like, oh, people going through it out here. Yeah, I was like, that's like my fastest gold song ever.
It's amazing. It is. You know, I remember us talking about that song and you saying when you would show people the song, they would reflect on their 20s. So did you expect that reaction? I mean, I know you're telling a personal story, but a lot of times when people, that happened to me when I heard it, it made me think like, dang, what did I go through in my time? Yeah. Was that your expectation when writing this song?
I think at first I was just like, because every song start as just like I journal and write a lot. So every song you hear from me, it starts on paper in a journal, and then I'll be like, okay, should I share this or is it too personal? And 20s was actually one of the songs that I felt like was too personal for a little bit. And then I was like, I would show people, and I guess just the visceral reaction that people would have to it, I was like, okay, I should share it. And then it was only one person that annoyed me when I played it for them, my mom. When I played it, no, because she was just too positive when I played it. I was like, yeah, it's about me wasting my 20s. And she was like, well, do you really got to look at it like that? You know, it's a lesson learned. You didn't waste your time. You figured out what it is that you like and you don't like. And moving forward, you can know when to walk away from a situation sooner. And I was just, I'm not trying to hear all that shit.
You're like, this is what I felt. And this is what it is.
Just say like, yo, that sucks. But she's right, though.
Speaking of moms, I will say, album is absolutely amazing. I was waiting to hear moms.
I knew you was going to say that.
Did she say anything? Because she became such a staple. But, you know, she did get a chance to be a part of the rollout. You guys did an interview, which was so you made it up for that. But, I mean, talk a little bit about your relationship with your moms, because she's been a big part of your journey.
She's so funny. She's so funny. I told her she couldn't come to this. She's always trying to come to stuff. I said, let me have my night. Because it got to a point where people recognized her and her voice.
She was the first voice we heard.
Yeah, so she takes away from me. So I'm like, no, you can't come tonight. I want the attention tonight. But because usually whenever she's on the song, it's the voice notes or whatever is unplanned. Wow. And she's not aware that she's on it. Yeah, yeah. So once I play her the whole album, that's when she realizes she's on it. Yeah. But she was funny because then she started sending voice notes for no reason. Before the album was done, and I was just like I knew what she was doing. Right. But I only knew what she was doing because it was the most random, like, voice notes. I would just say, hey, check in, and then she would be like, oh. She would, like, turn everything into an analogy that wasn't an analogy. She was like, it's crazy because, you know, when you're taking out the trash, and it's just making me think about life, and, like, sometimes you just got to pull the bag and throw it. I'm like, yeah, you on bullshit. You bullshitting. And I told her, I was like, if you want to be on the album, you got to make a beat or play some music or something. The voice notes are not cutting it no more.
I mean, she made the first 2 albums.
Yeah, she made it. We got nominated for a Grammy together, the first one.
Yeah, I love that. Round of applause for that. Yeah. That's amazing. I love that. That's so funny. I mean, speaking of the first 2 projects, it's been 3 years, over 1,000 days, right? Since
the last one,
right? The last one.
Yeah.
I remember last time we were here, I had asked you, do you get a chance to take in and enjoy the moment? And at that time, you said, not really. I feel like I had to keep doing it. But I've recently heard you say, like, during that time, you might have been things may have been too good for a little bit. So talk a little bit, like, what's happening during those 3 years where we don't hear from you?
I was just in a relationship that I really liked, and it was going too good, honestly, if I'm thinking about it. And I was just like, there wasn't much to talk about, which was fine. I'm not the type to go try to create something to talk about, but life does that on its own. So then, you know, a couple years later, life starts to do its thing. And then, but everything started being weird at the same time. Not even just relationship-wise, family-wise, just friendships and stuff. Stuff started to crumble a little bit. And then it was a position where most people would find themselves and be like, what's going on? Like, this is bad. And I would smirk like, oh, yeah, it's time. I got something to write about. Because every song is a true story. And I love a love song, but when it's a song, when I use writing as something more therapeutic, all the words just pour out, and it just flows. So, yeah.
When these moments are happening where you feel like that's a song, like how do you capture that inspiration? Is it like a conversation? You pulling out your voice notes? Like how do you capture it in the moment?
If it's not just me talking to a friend and it just sparks, I write everything down. Even if I don't plan on using it for a song. Like, I just like to write stuff down.
I mean, outside of the inspiration coming back for, like, subject matter, things to talk about, it seems like there was a leap in your evolution as an artist. It seems like, you know, you left us with such great music before, and then you come back, and it's like a whole evolution from the sound, the aesthetics, the storytelling. What was that growth period like?
I think... because it's like it's a world and a sound that I've always wanted to make and be in, but I don't know if there's a word for it, but there was this weird gap of my taste and my ability. So I always had the taste for like a beloved, but I was never able to make it because I didn't have the skill yet. So I literally had to catch up to my taste. So when those two things align, that's when I can make something like this. Wow. So, and I just got older, you know. The wine is red instead of white now, you know.
Yeah. We talk so much about the classic, you know, video that you have at the Wireless Festival, holding the wine glass.
Which is a gift and a curse.
Okay, what's the gift and the curse?
Because that was in London. Everybody think I'm British.
Yeah, you still have to fight that. You still have to fight
I've had to fight it today.
Do you guys know where he's from?
Yeah.
Okay, a few people, okay. So
No, I still have to fight it.
I love that you are giving Long Beach a different look as well too, because Long
Right.
Beach, it has such a iconic brand in itself. You know what I mean? Of course, we have like the sound that comes out of there, but you come and show the diversity of Long Beach, and you start off your project, your very first project, with the beach.
My first song is "Hey, I'm from Long Beach."
Yeah. I mean, what influence from Long Beach do you feel like you carry with you? Just, I mean, as an artist, as a person.
I think one of the main things is how multicultural Long Beach is. So yes, our like Beloved will sound like this, but the only reason it doesn't sound like I'm trying to copy a sound is because all my other influences that I listen to bleed into it.
Right.
So I think because of Long Beach is why why it would be more unique.
Yeah.
It's just we have every race.
Yeah.
We have every type of food. We have edge because gang culture is embedded into the fabric of Long Beach. But then we also have a big skate community, a big surf community. So it's just like I understand authenticity really well because of Long Beach.
Yeah.
So
Long Beach is very diverse, and it's a big city as well too.
It just gets overshadowed a little bit by this, but.
I mean, well, you bringing light to it. You definitely bringing light to it. And you talked a little bit about like influences, and one thing that seems to be really important to you lately is this preservation of rhythm and blues. And you're really. I actually was talking to someone in the audience right before we started, and they were saying that they were showing their daughter like Al Green and stylistics because they liked your
making
album.
me blush. You're making me
And they were like, I was connecting them.
Yeah.
So it's like you're introducing a whole new generation to that authentic, R&B, rhythm and blues, 70s type of style. Talk a little bit about your journey, exploring that sound and why it's so important for you to really preserve it and really be the face of it in the modern era.
I think it's the number one thing with that sound is you can't get away with it unless it's quality. And I feel like now everything is so easy to make that it could start to become cheap. So with this, I decided to like all the music on here is played live. Like it's all analog. And all the music is made in jam sessions in a very long, tedious, expensive way. So because of that, I think that's just going to elevate. If like a newer act sees that, they're like, okay, I'm going to want to, care about the sound that I'm making instead of just pressing a button and then it's all there. Yeah. So I think I did it just because I care about the genre so much and to challenge myself because it's so hard to make. Yeah. Like I also didn't want to take 3 years. Like I just had to because stuff, it just needed to be sewn together. And it's just like, it's just also just in my DNA. Everything that I am, the way I dress, the way I talk, what I'm into, it all started with just hearing those rhythm and blues records as a kid.
When you listen to this album and you look at the time in between, it's like, okay, we get it. We get it. It seems like something that was really intentional. Take us to those studio sessions. And did you record some of this at the Westlake studio where Michael recorded?
Oh, yeah. The Westlake studio. Honestly, a good bulk of it was recorded. And there's a studio that was built for Michael Jackson. And I'm going to just say West Hollywood because I don't know exactly what that area would be considered. And, it's swaggy. Like, it just has pictures of him and Paul McCartney all on the walls. Wow. And then you just don't want to make a bad song in there.
You got Michael and Paul looking at you.
You feel like they judging you. So it's just like, all right, not that one. I'll make something and look at the picture, and I swear sometimes it looked like they was like, I was like, nah. They was like, nah. So then I just keep on writing. Right. Yeah. And it just makes you want to respect it, music as a whole. Because music is, I don't know how much people listen to music on just their day-to-day. I listen to music all the time. That's right.
Come on. Yeah.
All day.
Come on, all day.
And it affects my mood. It's just a powerful thing.
Yeah.
So
you had made like a really good analogy. I remember you talking about your mom playing music when you were growing up in the house, and you really
security.
Oh yeah, making sure you're good.
Clean.
You know? Yeah. Yeah, that's the homie too. Good to see you, man. You looking good. Yeah.
Well, my bad.
I told you got a good audience here. They all look good. You could just look around. Everybody
clean
came dressed today. But I remember you saying you were really associating the songs that your mom would play in the house with what mood she was in. So depending on whatever song she was playing,
exactly.
Talk a little about that, because you see that helped connect your emotions to music.
So my mom, she had 4 boys, and I think I learned about just moods and emotions from my mom, because whenever we would want something, when she was in her room, we would put our ear on a door to know when should we ask for it. So if we want to go sleep over at our friend's house, I don't know why do parents not let you sleep over at people's house? I'm like, what do you think I'm about to be doing over there? So if you put your ear on a door and she's listening to Luther Vandross, Teddy Pendergrass, any soulful male singer, knock on that door and ask for what you want from her. Just do it. But on the other hand, if you put your ear on that door and you hear Mary J. Blige, come back tomorrow. We're going to try again tomorrow. And she'd be like, one time I heard her listening to Mary J., and I guess I leaned too hard on it, so it kind of knocked. And she opened the door and was like, what? I was like, nothing. Just miss you. Just miss you.
I mean, obviously we can hear those influences in the music now. Like, who are some of those artists that you was listening to for this project? Because I mean, there's a lot of, we hear some Teddy, we hear some Al Green.
It's crazy because being from Long Beach, growing up on the West Coast, you would think more of my influences would be West Coast driven, but all of my soul influences all come from the East Coast, like Philadelphia specifically a lot of times, or like the Motown area. So I'll say like East Coast soul music from like the 70s. My mama didn't really listen to 80s that much. She wasn't into like the synthy type of stuff that much. But yeah.
Was it hard for you to pick a single? Because when I hear this album, it's like it's hard to. I can't listen to it without playing the whole thing. So when I'm getting ready to play it, I have to be like, how much time I got? Okay, yeah, I can listen to it. But it seems like a project that's meant to listen as a whole. But how did you pick those songs to say, okay, we're going to introduce them with this? Like, how did you decide? And I think it was well presented as well, too, but that seems like that was a hard choice to make.
It was difficult just knowing that any song could have been a single, but my team and I are really good at picking singles. Like, every single we've ever picked is platinum, so or at least platinum. So it's Like I Want You, Heartbreak Anniversary, Lost Me, Lie Again, 20s, Rather Be, and I Can Tell. So I don't know. I think it's just more of a feeling, but 20s just popped up. It just grabbed you. So
when we talk about this evolution too, it's like I said, it's the music, but it's the presentation as well too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the presentation it looks like everything just went to another level. Talk a little bit about like the aesthetics. Even the outfits, the way that the videos are looking. It just looks like a very high class, high end evolution of Giveon. How did that all come together?
Yeah. So I think while I grew as an artist, like as a vocalist, as a writer, my whole team grew as well with all of our tastes. And we added a very integral piece, and her name is Rico.
Rico? Okay.
Yeah, a creative director,
Rico. Shout out to Rico. Yeah.
From Japan.
Okay.
And she just don't play.
Yeah.
So, but the vision comes from me, but I've also learned that there's a big difference between vision and execution, because I'll have a vision for a look, and my stylist, who's here too, Joshua, he'll just be like,
shout out to Joshua.
Oh yeah, shout out to Joshua. So I think and if there's any artists here, I think having people who can elevate your idea and your vision it's a privilege, but if you can't do that, that's really what it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can see it. You can see the effort, that's in it, and the attention in it as well. So speaking of like your team, I know you talked about being in the studio to 2 a.m. sometimes.
Oh my goodness.
And your producer, Seven Thomas, who
I didn't see him backstage, but I'm not sure if he's here
Did
yet.
Seven make it here? Well, he gonna be here at some point.
Okay.
Though. But talk a little bit about that, because it seems like you guys really locked in, almost had like a Michael and Quincy moment on this album. But talk about that. How did you guys even get connected? I don't know if everybody knows that story of how you and Seven even got connected.
So to go just way back to the birth of it, I think he either seen a video of me singing, or he came across me on SoundCloud randomly with my song Garden Kisses, when it was just like super small. And then he had asked me, are you doing anything today? Yes, I was, by the way. I had a full day, and I'll tell you why I had a full day. He was like, if you're not doing anything, I got a studio in LA if you want to come. And I had a girlfriend at the time, and she understood. She was just like, okay. Yeah. So then I leave, and then we just before we even start to make anything, we're just talking, and then we're talking, and then we start making stuff, just little stuff, throwing paint at the wall, and then before you know it, it's midnight, and he was like, how old are you? I was like, I'm 22, and then I looked at the clock. I was like, oh, I'm actually 23, because it was my birthday. Oh wow! So I canceled all my birthday plans that my girlfriend had for me. To go, I spent my birthday.
That's where it started.
Yeah, but worth it. I'm still with him. I'm not with her.
Hey, you might have made the right choice there. All right, you made the right choice.
But no. So to fast forward to our relationship, I'm not the type of artist who likes to be in the studio till 2. I find it very annoying. I find it unnecessary. I want to go home. I want to just go chill and relax. He had me in there working on one word for like 2 hours. So I was just like, but it'd be little stuff. And I'm like, why are we putting so much energy into this little piece? Yeah. But then the album becoming 40 minutes, all of those little pieces creates a whole body of one big piece. Wow. So, and I learned little stuff through him too. Yeah. Even like just timing and pocket and stuff like that. So, but that's also integral. That's why team is so important, because every artist make bad songs, but the best artists are just the ones who don't let the bad songs come out. So, speaking
of the timing, I feel like the mood of this album was very spaced out, like very well, and it made the lyrics hit even more too.
Oh yeah. You know,
there's a line, I think it's in the song. Hold on, I wrote it because I was like, I gotta ask them. It was what song was this? This was.
And I know who.
My notes. Go ahead.
No, it was another producer. I don't think he's here either, but I was in a session with him. His name is Giveon Sweet.
Oh, John's crazy. Yeah.
And we were working on something, and he took out some lines, and he was like, just let it breathe. So I'm like, oh, wow. Now I just, like, let space be there.
It's the song Backup Plan. And it's a simple line when you read it, but the space in it made it hit so hard.
Wait, I want to know which line.
You used to fight a little longer. Now you choose silence over war. And it's the space in between it. By the time we get to war, I was like, ooh, she don't like him no more.
She don't like me no more.
So talk a little bit about, does that change your approach to writing the songs? Because do you write it with the space intentionally? Like, or how do you?
Because now I think when you're newer, you're kind of trying to still prove to yourself and to people, like trying to prove that I could sing. So I wanted to over-sing or sing a lot and just try to sound really good. But now I literally don't care about that. I just want to sound honest. And I almost wanted to feel like you can feel the emotion through it. So, and that's how I approached the whole album vocally, but that one specifically.
Since you're being so honest in your music, do you ever get questioned by some of your friends about like,
Certain
so was
songs.
this one? Yeah, was this one about me or like?
Oh no, yeah, I get texts that about like, is this about me? Is this about me? And I know it sounds like it's so many texts, huh? This about me? Is this about me? It's just so many. Is this about me? Is this about me? And some of them are. It's like, yeah.
Just straightforward. That's the response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not even with like a H, just like YEA. Just, yeah. But some of them, it's not about them, but I don't tell them that it's not.
Right.
And I just send, there's an emoji where he's going like this. Because if the shoe fit, like I wasn't talking about you, but like, was I?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I made a song about someone having a backup plan and you asking me, is it about you? Like you're projecting. Like I was not talking about you.
Yeah.
But
I mean, how does those honest emotions, I mean, we see how they translate into the music. How do they translate on stage, like when you're getting ready to I mean, this album sounds like it's meant for live. How do you prep to tell these vulnerable, honest stories on stage?
I think this is probably going to be my most uncomfortable tour, like performing-wise, because now I do this thing where it's almost like method acting in a way. Yeah. I literally go back to that place to perform it. So now it's like, and I didn't think, I'm like, on tour, I'm like, damn, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to be angry or sad or happy or, you know, over and over again. And I was like, I did not think this through. Yeah. But, yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's going to be worth it because someone else is going to be watching it and you're going to feel it. Yeah. So
I'm excited to see it. Somebody's clapping over for that.
They want to feel
clap for that.
You want to feel mad.
For that. I'm not mad at that. I'm excited. I'll tell you, it does seem like in this evolution, it seems like you're like opening up and having fun in it as well too. Even like watching your videos, I'm seeing you grooving and I was like, oh, he got the little two-step things like that. How do you feel like you are, you know, I guess when I asked you this question the last time we did the interview, you know, getting ready to, you know, how do you soak in all of this? Do you feel like you are owning the artistry more so now than the last album?
Yeah, I think because at the beginning it all happened super fast, and the idea of it was scary. It's just like, okay, all of these people know your literal journal entries. Yeah. I don't know if you journal, but imagine someone just reading it. Right. Like, don't do that. Yeah. So it was just me doing that. So then there would be people who would think they know me, but they do, but just one part. So it would be like, it didn't feel like I was meeting people for the first time. Right. Like I remember I was having a glass of wine with a friend of mine. And I said something and she was like, well, it wasn't even a friend. It was my first time meeting her. Okay. I said something and she was like, I did not know you would do that. I was like, because you don't know me. Right. We just met. So there was this fear of being like, okay, so am I supposed to be how people think, how they view me, or do I just give them every single part of me? And then I was just like, oh, it's so much easier to just be every part, even if someone's like, oh, I didn't know that. Because I don't cuss in my music at all. Right, But,
there we go.
But I cuss. Shit. Like a mug. But I also learned, I got that from him because I would be around him at 16. He taught me how to drive. He literally taught me I still do that technique where, you know, I don't look over my shoulder. I just lean up and look in the rear view a little more. That's from you. That's from you.
Hey, man, I got you. You know what's so funny? When
my mama didn't want to teach me and she need to let it go. Yeah. I was driving and she was like, okay, press the brake, and I accidentally pressed the gas. She was like, hell no.
I remember we're teaching you how to drive.
No, I'm
grading you and stuff like that. We used to be like, I was like, you got like a C that time.
Yeah, he would give me C's, and then I got a B, and then I, took my test.
The funny thing is, when you went to the DMV, I remember you went.
Oh, man.
I forgot to tell him about the hand signals, right? So And
Worst
I
teacher.
forgot that was a part of the
Let me
test.
tell this part. I'm in there ready. I'm in a car. Hold on. I'm in a car, right? She's like, you ready? It's like, look. I got my hands on a 10 to 2. Remember you taught me 10 to 2?
10 to 2, yeah. See, I did good with that part.
She was like, the defrosters. I was like, I looked at the gas and brake pedal. I'm like, what? And then I just pointed in a general area like that, like but far enough to where it looked like I was. She was like, she said some other stuff, and I was just kept doing that. And then she's like, now we're doing the hand signals. And I was like, yo, I'm going to kill him, bro. She was like, okay, put your arm out the window. She was like, what'd she say? I would fail again. I would fail right now.
She was all like, which way is left?
Yeah, she was like, what's left? I think I was like, oh, no, I was like that. And she was like.
You wasn't even doing that. I was back there. It was like left. He was like. I was like, I forgot the hand signals. I'm like,
she said, what's left? I was just like, over there. But I would have passed until she said, what's right? Because right, you can't just go like that. So I was like, she was like, no. I was like, and then I think it was that.
It's something like that. Don't ask me. Who knows? Well, it's like.
But why would I use
like,
that?
I think it's like stop, left, right, something like that. Is that what it is? Yeah, I obviously forgot to say that.
Unnecessary, though.
But you got your license, though. You got your license.
No, remember she failed me.
You got it eventually.
I drove, and then I cut somebody off, but she was smiling the whole time. She was smiling the whole time, and then we stopped, and I was like, so how'd I do? She was like, you didn't pass. I was mad.
Yeah. Well, we went back to the drawing board. We went to, did a few more laps. I remembered the hand signals this time. You came back, and you
you set me up.
I saw that hand go out the window. I was crying. I was like, oh, snap, I forgot the hand signal. Man, that's hilarious. I love that, your circle that you have. You seems like you keep a lot of people that you started with around you, and your values are held in your friendships and in your family. Talk. Why is that so important to you?
I think it's just a groundedness you just have to maintain. Otherwise, you're going to that's when you start running into an artist at a grocery store and they're weird. They're just not normal. Yeah. They don't know how to hold a conversation, and they don't know how to just stay humble. I think I had a couple moments that had me start to feel myself a little bit, and then I'll go to a family barbecue that's move in a certain way, and they'll just be like, shut up. They'll just like, what are you doing? Or I think I'm wearing something so cool, and they be like, why your shirt so little? So then having that around me, you can't even begin to stray from just staying humble, even if you try it, because I tried. Yeah. I didn't want to be humble no more, but I can't help it.
I mean, but it seems like, so that keeps you grounded. But in your music, you get to kind of show off a little bit more of that bravado, because this music sounds confident.
Yeah, I've been here.
It sounds like you know what you're doing, and it shows up really good there. I know we have a few audience questions as well, too. So I don't want to take up all of it. I think Victoria or Debbie, you guys going to pass around the mic? Okay.
Shit, right.
So we got a few audience questions here.
Period.
Exactly.
Would you ever collab with the up-and-coming goddess Raven Lene?
Who?
Raven Lene.
Oh, yes. I actually tried to get her on. So I have a song on my album called Don't Leave.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
I wanted her to do the whole second half with me, but she was so busy because her and I would tell her all the time, her song Love Me Not, I was just, every time I was listening to it, I would just send it to her. But I also was listening to her just even when she did a EP with Steve Lacy. Well, he wasn't on it that much, but he produced it and wrote on it. She had a long red ponytail and she was laying on the ground. But yeah, I'm going to tell her you said hi. Uh-huh. I love Raven. And she's so sweet, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where we at next? Oh, there we are. Yep.
Hello. Okay. So my question is, take away your name, your accolades, anything that you've accomplished in your lifetime.
I don't want to. Damn.
You don't
I'm sorry.
You can't
I'm sorry.
walk.
I'm sorry.
You don't got no arms.
Nah.
Nothing worth.
You don't exist.
Damn, why you taking my shit?
So just for this, I have to. I love asking people this. How would you introduce yourself to society or people if you take away everything about you, like none of the fame and anything? How would you introduce yourself to someone?
I could. Am I still my? Can I still be Giveon? Like my name?
You just can't walk. That's
You're
it.
you're still yourself, but like kind in general, how do you separate yourself from the rest of society? Take away your career.
Well,
Makes you different.
I try to still just be like that. Honestly, I'll just say, hey, I'm Giveon. But no, I understand what you're saying. I think I would just try to be someone who is just adding to the room, just the energy. I would never want to be someone who walks in a room and the energy drops. I would just try to be someone who just puts smiles on people's faces, and be tasteful. I'm really into, so we're both alumni of this. It's a nonprofit.
After school.
Yeah,
program,
after school nonprofit where they take inner city kids and teach them music, songwriting. They also have photography and graphic design and stuff like that. And I'm a product of that program, so I would definitely just do stuff like that as well. Okay. But yeah, I hope I don't, you know what I mean, lose my name and all that. Because I'm gonna do that either way though. So that's a good question. Scary but good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What was your name?
Tavion.
Tavion. Oh, goddamn. Yes, sir.
All right.
That's close.
Yeah. So no, thank you.
Are we? Oh, here we go.
I'm ready to sing too.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. My friend here is wondering
She
why
said,
you're why you're wearing a ring on your wedding ring.
Oh. Why you want to know?
She'd like an explanation.
Yeah. I think I'm a big manifester, so maybe one day, you know? You have one?
No?
All right. That's a good question.
Her name's Helena.
What's her name? Elaine?
Take this away from me.
Shout out to the friend.
Shout out to the friend. 'Cause she's damn.
I see you. Are you back
She
there,
skipped
Debbie?
this
Okay.
whole
Yep.
part.
What is a moment that you thought like you've made it, like that you saw everything and it came back to you being like, I'm really here and I've made it as an artist?
I think a big moment was getting nominated for my first Grammy solely because, yes.
You can clap for that for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I spent so much time doing these programs and coming here and seeing just the same familiar faces with just guys that I didn't want to keep seeing all the time, you know? And then
Still here though.
still here, right? And then it was during the pandemic, so I was just like at my apartment by myself watching the live stream on my laptop. And then my name came across the screen. I broke my laptop, but not on purpose because it was on my lap and I stood up and then it broke. But I was like, I could buy another one. You know what I mean? Like before I would have been like, no, that's my, but I was like, I'm gonna get another one. I really made it. So yeah, my first Grammy nomination for Take Time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I think we got a couple more.
We're gonna do one more.
Okay. I see you, Victoria. Yeah.
We get two more.
Two more. Okay. Let's
Yeah.
get two more.
Hello. I got my question is, have you ever thought about speaking of evolution of music, what your music was going to sound like, when you find love, settle down, maybe get kids. I don't know if that's what you want, but you got the ring on your finger right now, so I don't even know if that's but
I didn't even notice
your music right now is like about the lost love kind of vibe, but when you're in that phase, have you ever thought about what that's going to sound like for you?
Wow, that's a good question.
I haven't thought about the sound, but even if I was, my version of a love song it would never just be on the nose. It would be, I think I would try to write it still about something specific. Like even if it's just to maintain the introspection of it and the relatability of it. It wouldn't just be like, oh, I love you so much. So I think it'll still be me and have the sounds and the undertones of my music, but it'll probably just be a little brighter. But also the sound might change, like the way this evolved into this live full thing. Maybe I do a full just up-tempo album or something like that. Because I'm just a big fan of music in general, and I'm always listening. So I don't know. That's a good question, though.
It's a really good question.
Yeah.
We gonna take another one?
Yeah, I'll take another.
Okay.
Hi.
There we are.
I swear they turned the light up.
You said you like Friends, and I'm
I
from
like what?
France.
French?
Friends.
Oh, yeah, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know if I could get a photo with you at some point, whenever you want. You don't
Yeah.
have to.
We like.
Like a picture.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
want a picture with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
from France. You said you like it, so I was like, okay, it's my time to shine.
I gotta prove it. What if I was like, Yes, you can.
Thank you. Whenever you want, though.
Okay. Maybe one more question.
We got one more. Victoria, you got it? Okay.
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 Sorry. You might just have to scream it out.
Yo, how are we feeling?
What's up, man?
Thank you for doing this chat. This is dope.
Sound like me.
I got a baritone too. Shit. My question is, at this point in your career, are there things that you've learned in your music making process that you think you wish you knew earlier? Or on the contrary, are there things that you think you've outgrown that you liked about your old music that you can't do anymore?
I think one thing that I outgrew, but I could still do it though, but it's just my writing style. I think before I would be I wouldn't trust the listener as much with the story. So I'll be like, I would explain every single line, what's going on. I wouldn't add any poetry. I wouldn't add any wordplay. I wouldn't add any metaphors or anything. But now I'm realizing that that just takes away from the experience. So I like to add more subtext in my writing. So just prettier language and just like more, like for example, Heartbreak Anniversary, the balloons are deflated. Like I usually don't write with imagery and poetry just because I feel like I only have so much time to explain a story. But I feel like it's fine. Like there's songs where I took that risk and people processed and understood what it was. So now I'm not so on the nose with what it is I'm saying. So, but I could still do it, but I don't know. I feel like I outgrew it though. That's a good question.
It is a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like you still paint the picture, though. You know, you still paint you just found a way to do it in a way that's a little bit more matching what the music is doing as well, too.
Yeah.
You know.
So, and even the next thing I think is going to be a little more removed from this is exactly what's happening. So just keep taking that risk and trusting the listener instead of being like, look, this is what happened. Because then you kind of put yourself in a box like that. So.
Well, we got the album, and next month we get the start of the tour as
Yes.
well, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So excited about that. And you all here, I guess we're going to get a little preview of
Yeah, I'll show you
it.
guys something.
Yeah. We're going to get a little preview. Tell us a little bit, because I know performing is one of your favorite parts about being an artist. Tell us a little bit about how you prepping for this. How I know you got to be excited for this tour. This seems like a musician's dream to play this album as well, too. Talk a little bit about some of how the performance is elevating as well, too.
So I think usually I'll go on tour with like a 4-piece band or something. This is gonna be like 8, 9, and in some places probably like 12 with the just to create that big band sound because it's big music. And I think it's like I understand exactly what I want more, and I just know how to articulate it a lot more. So there's not gonna be any fluff, and just being myself on stage, and it's just gonna feel like I want it to feel like a night out, and I want it to feel exclusive, even though everyone's welcome. But I want it to feel like, oh, I'm special because I'm here. Wow. So, and I'm a work really hard on the stage and everything to make sure it does that. Yeah. You going?
You know I'm going.
What cities you gonna go to?
We gotta go to the Garden.
Yeah,
we gotta go to the Garden. You know, but I don't know. You trying to get me to go to? I'm gonna see which ones. You tell me which ones I should be.
You gotta come to a city you haven't. Like, come to like Seattle or something.
Okay, that's closer over here too. Okay,
Yeah.
Seattle sounds cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
all right.
opening night.
All right. Opening night in Seattle. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll see you guys October 7th and 8th.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Well, look, man. So excited for you. I know we talk a lot, but definitely proud of your journey, man. It's seeing the evolution of it.
Sir.
I mean, and the attention that you put in your art. Shout out to your team. You have such an amazing team who has your best interests. So shout out to all of them who's here to support. But we want to hear some music now, man. We done talking. We want to hear some music. So we're going to take just a quick break just to reset the stage. So please give a big round of applause for Giveon.